Hello, I'm Ryan Foster, and I'm talking about Spiritism. And today I'm going to talk about Spiritism and how it interprets what was in the book Through the Mist. It was a spirit who communicated his story to another medium after he had died in an accident in the late 19th century. Now, I've already talked about in a separate video an article about mercy and its meaning in the spirit realm. Our friend in the spirit realm found out that mercy pleads while justice is the final arbiter. Mercy allows justice to understand the wrong from all angles and places it in context of the person's state of spiritual maturity and other circumstances. With that information, true justice may be determined. On the other hand, mercy is not essential in the spirit world since justice is always true and correct. Nevertheless, in less perfect environments, mercy is an important part of justice. So after the discussion of mercy and justice, the Spirit was curious how he should consider forgiveness. This inquiring spirit asked the director where he was staying. And this is what he said. But forgiveness of what? I asked, said the Spirit. Then the director said this. That follows later. The penalties enforced by that justice are for wrongs committed against your fellow men, and such sins must be redeemed. They are never forgiven. For no one, not even God, has the power to forgive a trespass against any other than himself, such being contrary to his own law. When the penalty for sins against his fellow has been righteously discharged, then the repentant soul has the power to ask forgiveness for his sin against God, which is always freely granted. But it is requisite that he should first be reconciled to his brother. For only he that cleans hands and pure heart can ascend to the presence of God, where Christ will secure his full remission. And that was Through the Mist in page 69 in the PDF version, which you can, I have a link to it in the description below. So let's talk about what he just said. It's very interesting. And it's not, it doesn't completely, align itself to kind of what people think forgiveness should be. So let's discuss it. While we all need to forgive others for their perceived wrongs against us, interestingly, the director pointed out that ultimate forgiveness, that is vital. Forgiveness of ourselves by asking God, who is in all of us, by the implanting of divine laws into our conscience, for absolution. Once we have learned our lesson, deeply internally learned our lesson, then we may ask for forgiveness from God and from our own conscience. The sentence, but it is requisite that he first be reconciled to his brother, explains much in our lives. First, to be reconciled does not simply mean that you visit that person and ask for forgiveness. It means to be fully pardoned, or not to be enemies for either of you, to falsely give your hand. It means to either be neutral or friends with each other. The spirit world accomplishes this by reincarnation. If you have a mortal enemy, you may be born as his or her child, or you may be the parent or some other close relation. That sister or brother that always appears to hate you, they may be an old opponent. Their instinct is to detest you. They may not know why, but it is there. Hence, create new enemies at your own risk. The spirit world will work towards a complete reconciliation in your next life. And if it does not occur, then the life after. Therefore, Jesus said to forgive 7 times 70. Halt the nonsense of plotting revenge or doing wrong to another. If you do, it may follow you for lifetimes. Learn why you have the trials and tribulations that occur in your life. Understand how past life decisions affect your current life. Read my book, The Problem is the Solution: 7 Life Complications Sent to Test and Teach You. God bless.